Hi there, welcome to my blogging challenge. You've probably seen the hashtag bloggers circulating on Facebook. Here is my vlogging challenge with Ruth Box and her blog trackner.com. We've been paired up by Haynet and challenged to 5 questions, each one aimed at getting to know your blogging partner for the challenge. So my first question from Ruth is, which rider or equestrian figure really inspires you and why? That's quite an easy one, to be perfectly honest. It's the one and only Nick Skelton. That was a really easy question to start with for me. I've followed him since I was literally knee high. I used to love going to Olympia when I was young as a Christmas treat, and always eagerly sat waiting his horses to come into the arena. His partnership with horses and just generally who he is just amazing, let alone the number of medals he has to his name. I've never particularly wanted to do a prise or a high jump when I was show jumping as a kid, but just watching his high jump record, you just sit there going, wow, that's crazy. Amazing partnership, and the trust between them, and basically the trust is is all important, and one thing me and my ninja struggle with, I just think about that high jump partnership when I'm bouncing along, tiggering along the road going, we will get our partnership one day, we will. My second question is, what is your favourite equestrian scent? Again, Ginger Ninja related, that's pretty easy. Literally fresh green poop that has dropped into a perfect nugget and hasn't gone splosh as it hits the floor. If anybody has ever had a horse with any gastric issues, then you know the joy when you just smell fresh grass and you have no fear, of any feeding complications. It's just the best thing in the world. So my favourite scent is fresh green droppings that don't splosh. My third question, if you could be a tester for any equestrian product, what would it be? I have quite an inquisitive mind towards anything biomechanics and sort of science related. Used to sort of generally love science, and I love the biomechanical side of my equine degree. So anything like that just sends me into sort of mind happiness to look into. I've just purchased a lovely new saddle, and I find myself having to learn how to sit and ride all over again, basically. So I'm particularly interested in at the moment anything with regarding rider position improvement. But to be honest, I just love being a tester for anything that's given to me to allow to be tried and reviewed. It's just obviously the fab opportunity to give your feedback to the companies that have got new stuff coming out there. Even more sort of exciting if it's a sort of prototype and nobody's seen it before. But yes, at the moment, I'd quite like to test anything that's sort of aimed more towards the rider position and sort of the biomechanical side of the equestrian world. So my fourth question is, what strategy, if any, do I use to decide my blogging content? I started blogging to share my journey with my tricky ginger horse that just happens to have come into shot quite perfectly timed. Didn't ask him to do that, that was quite perfectly timed. So I started on a programme called Sway, with OneDrive, just recording my issues and how we were trying to overcome the issues with regards to gastric issues, back issues, feet issues, quite a lot going on over the last couple of years with him, and so the Sway blog just sort of morphed into general social media as I learnt more about videos and blogs, then sort of joined a couple of other media sites and started blogging on there. But then I decided to share our team journey on Facebook. So we created a page to show everybody, just basically starting with our team quest, but it's grown into more than that. We find confidence and boosters from each other to strive to improve all the time. I'm part of an amazing group of friends. I say we do ride team quest, but we also ride ROR ex-race horses. So I'm very lucky to have them support me, and again by supporting them back, we're always on Messenger talking to each other, but the Facebook page is there to not only sort of document and help people along the way if they've got a tricky one like I have with my ginger boy, but also for our love of ex-racers and to follow my retraining journey with the other one that's out of shot at the moment, munching hay. So I am very lucky to have supporting companies sharing my retraining journey. So part of my blogging is for them, supporting their businesses, where I sort of generally started my fascination about vlogging really. Started videoing about the products, then started videoing my journeys with the ginger one. And it's sort of all grown from there really, and I've found quite like talking and babbling away to the camera. As you can guess, I don't really know where to stop. So one of my downfalls is obviously keep babbling on, but thank God for editing programs these days. So it's all naturally rolling into my day-to-day activities. So it's not a chore, it's quite easy, and I find quite a lot to talk about. My fifth and final question, if horses weren't your main hobby and passion, what would it be? Well, as a kid, I learnt to dance. I just learned to dance Latin, and I picked it back up as an adult a little while back when I had no competition horses in work. So I started as a way of keeping fit, but it sort of soon became quite a social affair for both me and my hubby actually, and we ended up starting to attend stay away weekends, and generally just sort of going and having fun with everybody else. The weekends are actually quite a good laugh, very packed, very tiring, but very, very good fun, and you learn lots, and it's helped me brilliantly with my my rhythm and moving into my dressage to music, which I now love with Alfie, my ex-racer. Obviously the only problem is I have to stop myself grooving and swaying when I'm on board, because I hear that Latin groove and off I go. But unfortunately these days I do have my two boys both in work, and I have a full-time job, so I don't really have any time for dancing anymore. But you'll find me dancing around my bedroom or the living room if Sounds of the 80s comes on the telly, generally, or as I say, I'm riding in the field, or I'm riding, warming up, and one of the Latin grooves comes on, you'll certainly know, and I have to stop myself from singing out loud in the warm up or the field. But I still keep in touch with everybody from the social dance side. Again, on Facebook, I follow their blogs and their outings, and generally keep in touch, so I can sort of feel like I'm there still with them. So that's it. That's my 5 questions that I was set by Ruth Box. Go and check out her blog for trackner.com. And if you'd like to go and have a look at our page, our team page is the Orchard Holding and Wacky Racers, where you will see our blogging showing lost confidence, new goals, great friends, great support, just to show it's never too late to live your dreams. And whatever the trials and tribulations you come across, just always look forward and keep on riding. Thank you.